Well guys, apparently the game is up and running already. I've just checked it now and the update's been done, and I've now logged in and it's told me that I've discovered one new astronomical object. So I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Interestingly enough, I have seen already that I cannot return to the surface. I assume that's because I can just launch if I have to. Let's have a look and see what it does. Oh, hello. Emergency evacuation, essential personnel only. So there does actually seem to be an update to this that shows that the Gnosis is having a few issues. Okay, so let's have a look and see what happens if I try and launch it, shall we? Because this is obviously different. So maybe it's not going to be a complete waste of time after all. We'll have a look and see. Let's have a look. Right. So now,
Shipment streams withdrawn. Give way to oncoming traffic during departure.
let's have a look at the state of the Nosis, shall we? Well, immediately everything looks pretty dark for some reason. I don't know if it's normally as dark as this, but let's have a look. Okay, so there's lots of chatter. Oh, I'm not quite sure what's happening though. What's this? Oh, it's a crate. Oh, okay.
Looks like you need a few more science lessons.
Looks like somebody decided to crash into me. Fine. Okay. Well, obviously everyone's starting to come online now. I'm in the Canon closed group. I think what I'll do is I'll have a look and see what someone just mentioned in the chat, and I'll have a look and see if there's anything going on the news item. So I shall try and dock again, which might be almost impossible.
Clearance granted, Commander. Move directly to your designated pad.
Right, now I've got to find my designated pad, which I think is that one there, isn't it? There we go.
Landing gear deployed.
Am I facing the right way? I think I am. Yeah. Ooh, better slow down. Really good idea. Okay, so at the moment, it looks as if the ship is in the darkness. I imagine maybe there's something in the missions to have a look at, as I haven't done that yet. So I'll just go and do that now. After I've actually landed my rather massive ship, which is somewhat bereft of a docking computer for some reason. Why is it not docking? Come on, land. Okay, come on. No, doesn't want to land for some reason. There we go. Emergency protocol. So this looks like it's using the same protocols
Landing complete. Clamps engaged. Welcome, Cannoneer.
as the broken star bases were when the Thargoids attacked them. Okay. Let's wait for it to finish its docking. Okay, let's have a look. I should probably pay this rather small fine first. There we go. Right, let's have a look then. So there's no mission board, as you can see, so if there is a CG at the moment, we can't get hold of it. Let's have a look at the news. Well, interestingly enough, I'm not seeing any news items regarding what's just happened. So that's interesting. So to be honest, at this present moment in time, there isn't a lot I can do. There isn't a lot we can do for the ship. So we don't know. I can't say this is exactly what we had in mind, because bearing in mind that we're not supposed to know about the news article just yet, as far as we know, we've just stopped. Oh, thank you, Prime Heretic. I'm obviously a little bit blind today. So this is... well... nothing helpful. Okay, well, let's go and have a look at what's going on outside then. Now, just to let you guys who have actually tuned in, to make you aware, I am fully aware of the Galnet news article that was posted earlier this morning. My intentions when I decided to do this stream was to basically give you my immediate impressions of what actually has happened. Given the information that we know about the way that Frontier have seemed to have handled this, you know, obviously we're not particularly impressed with what's happened. As Michael just posted, I believe that must be the Galnet article. So let's have a look and see what's going on outside. Not a lot at the moment. What's... okay, I'm going to have a look at the galaxy map and see where we are exactly. So that's where we started. Look, where I bookmarked it, that's where we started. So we've literally just jumped one system, which is, you know, not very far. I'm not entirely certain if there's any real point in jumping around, because, well, we haven't really gone very far. I suspect we're not going to see much in the way of any Thargoids deciding to crash our party just yet, but just to have a look, I'm just going to bookmark that so I don't forget where I was, and I'm just going to jump to this system here, I think, just for lols, as it were. What's that? Oh, that was different. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? See what happens. I suspect we're not going to see much in the way of any Thargoid interdictions, because I'm pretty certain that they're not really supposed to be here. However, let's have a look and see if there's anything going on here. Nothing of any interest, as I had a funny feeling that would be the case. We'll just see if any USS's point pop up. You never know. Well, I have to be honest, for those of us who made the long trip to get onto the Gnosis in the first place, this has obviously been a little bit of a letdown. As you've mentioned in the chat already, there has been quite a number of posts on this particular subject over the last few hours, me included, and I would say that the vast majority of them are not exactly positive. I can't really say a lot more than hasn't already been said on the forums. It would appear that for whatever reason, FDev have decided that this jump can't go ahead, either because of some sort of technical problems or because they haven't got it ready. We don't know, and I'm not sure if we'll be told. We should be told. It would be nice if we were told. I think we should have someone like Zach who should come on later on today, explain the situation to us outside of the storyline, if you like, and let us know, what's going on. The idea of, as someone's mentioned in chat, about it being the beginning of a long chain of events, that could be a good thing. However, I think, knowing the way that Frontier like to play things, it's going to be an incredibly long chain of events, which, given the initial point of this whole expedition, I don't think it's going to sit right with too many people. Obviously, the fact that the news article was leaked a lot earlier than it should have been isn't really helping, and we are obviously being told stuff that we wouldn't have known until they'd released that news article, because at the moment, of course, as far as we're concerned, we've just got on the Nosis to try to do a jump and things have gone bad. But we don't know what. We would not have a clue. The Galnet article states, of course, that we were attacked by Thargoids, and it was only because of the way that we somehow dumped out loads of metal alloys from all the people on the ship is the only reason we survived, which of course doesn't make a massive amount of sense, really, because it just doesn't. It's a very convoluted and very simple, easy way of getting out of doing the jump. Having said that, as Trevor has just mentioned in the chat, there is an ammonia world, and there are threats around the ammonia world, so it's probably worth having a quick look at that to see if there's anything unusual going on there. I, again, suspect there probably isn't. Oh. Okay, so that's probably not good. Transaction server error. I don't know if that means the server's down or not, or it's just that it's a bit busy, but we'll have a look. Ah. Well, yes. That's not a good thing. I've no idea if this is just affecting me or somebody else, but we'll try that again. Well, I can't seem to join a group. Ah. Well, it is obviously possible that the game was up prematurely, because it was up almost immediately. And it did say it would be a roughly 40-minute... Oh, hang on, we're back again now, apparently. I have a funny feeling I'm in open, which, to be completely honest, I don't really want to be in open, because I don't particularly fancy being ganked for no particular reason. So we'll just pop back into the cannon group for the time being. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. You haven't missed much. Right. Okay, where are we? Did I even get to make that jump? I don't think I did I? No, I didn't. So we'll go ahead and do that now. There we go. Well, I do apologise for all my viewers who've decided to come and join this wonderful live stream. There's not a lot going on right now. I don't know if anyone's ever watched any of the Worth a Buy videos by I would kind of like his bell right now, so I could just ding it a few times because I'm a little bit annoyed. Anyway, let's have a look and see what's going on here.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I forgot to actually do a scan of the system when I first came in. Unidentified signal source. Let's have a look, see, shall we? I should mention that I haven't actually got much in the way of anti-Thargoid weaponry on this ship. I've got a couple of AX cannons, but I don't think that's really going to do a lot if we come against a Hydra or something like that, so... all threat 8. Well, you know I'm going to have a look, don't you? Just in case anybody here thought that I was stupid. Oh, gone too fast. I'm not stupid enough to try and attack. I'm just gonna have a quick peek and see if there's anything unusual. I mean, this ship isn't exactly lightweight, but I don't really think it's suited to try and attack a Thargoid fleet. Okay, what we got here then? Oh, okay. That's a lot of debris. That looks... What does that look like? Oh, what's this about? Now, just bear in mind, by the way, that I have not been in one of these for quite a while, so this may be completely standard for everyone, but... I'm not... What's this over here? Just black box, wreckage components, nothing unusual. That is a lot of debris. Now, I don't know if you guys in the chat can help me with this or not, because like I say, it's been a while since I've actually done anything like this. Do these fragments look suspiciously non-human to anybody? Because I can't quite make out exactly what they are. What's this? Does that look... They look familiar to me in some manner. I don't know if they're just really old pieces of a ship that we don't know about. Or they look like... is that like a cutter, for example, perhaps? Or was that an eagle? That looks like a rusted eagle, doesn't it? Yeah, that's a rusty. That's a really rusty old eagle. Interesting. And someone said you've been attacked by an unknown fighter. Is that unknown as in a different type of fighter you've not seen before, or is it? Is that a sidewinder? Hey, is a sidewinder, or was that a cobra? Or was that just a piece of a ship? Interesting. No, it doesn't appear to be anything unusual. Still, there's no massive Thargoid ships that are wanting to kill me, which is well, you see, this is my thing. This may be very common. I do not know. I apologise if it is, but I don't remember seeing rusty ships before. And the only way that I would consider ships to be rusty is if they were like the corrosive stuff you see from Thargoids. It's the only explanation I have, anyway. I don't know if that is what it is, but anyway, I don't think we'll hang around here. There's not a great deal to see, so let's just bugger off for now. We'll see if there's anything more exciting around the area. Let's go and try and find this ammonia world. Let's have a look. So that's interesting. So that's got the damage symbol on it as well. Well, I had a look on the Gnosis, and of course the bulletin board isn't working, so I can't check and see what CGs are available in game. I don't know if there's anything elsewhere. Ah, right, so that's not something to be overly excited about. That's fair enough. I'm glad. I suppose that's a good thing. Let's go and have a look at this ship over here and see what happens. Well, guys, I can't say I'm particularly excited at the moment. I'm not seeing anything tremendous. That was it. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then we'll just go to the Nosis then. I'll ignore the new signal sources just for the time being. We'll just fly over here first. Yeah, so assuming that we didn't know about the Galnet article, I'm not quite sure what I'll be thinking about this point in time. I think if we didn't know, we might be thinking, oh, what's going on? Are we going to be attacked again? Etc. But unfortunately, because of what's happened over the last year or so with the Thargoid attacks and everything else, I'm not really sitting here feeling a sense of danger or, oh god, what's going to happen? Is something going to... Because we all know it's not going to happen, guys, don't we? We all know that we're in no danger at all. Nothing of any interest is going to happen whatsoever. I mean, the only time we're going to get any problems if I go to this particular signal source right now and I die horribly from a bunch of reducers. I suspect that's all the danger we're going to face right now. I don't know if the bulletin board on board the Nosis is going to magically come back to life if they fix it, so we can do the CG. I find that a very strange oversight. I would have thought that would have been, you know, something that would have been on there already, but hey, I can't do backflips. I could do it in my ship, but I can't do it in real life. If I did that, I would probably break my spine and die, and that would be on your conscience. So no. Oh, there's two now. See, I'm spot for choice now. Do you reckon they're both the same? I bet they are. I bet they're all Thet 8. Yeah. That one's nearer. Let's go in there. Don't. Like I said before, do not get excited. I am not going to go there and start tearing through Hydras and Medusas, because I will most certainly die, and as I am flying a Corvette, I don't really want to pay the insurance bill if I can get away with it. I'm not exactly stinking rich. Oh, oh yeah, watch the screen, watch the screen. Okay, what we got here? A Thargoid sensor. And that's it. Interesting.
Scan detected.
I'm not really sure if I can... Oh, I'll pick it up, I suppose.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Oh, do you know what? I forgot to... I haven't actually
Cargo scoop retracted.
added my... Oh, what's
Target
that?
destroyed.
Oh, yeah. Don't fly into them because they blow up. Yeah, that's not a good thing. Yeah, nothing to see here. What's this? This wasn't here when I zoomed in. What's that? Oh, it's a bit of... yeah, anyway, moving on. Okay, Hacker said that he's just been destroyed. I assume that's by jumping into a USS. I suspect somehow you weren't interdicted, because that'd be too much like fun. What to do? What to do? Suggestions are welcome. What was that about being too dark? Let me see if I've turned the gamma down, because I do use the Oculus Rift and I do tend to turn it down if I do that. Let's have a look. We'll just have a quick nose. No, gamma's high. It does look a bit dark on YouTube, doesn't it? Let me whop it up a bit. There you go. I have, by the way, I have turned down my HUD display. That's just a matter of choice. But if you want me to, just because I'm nice like that, I will put it up for you. There you go. Just in case it makes a difference. Well, when we looked at the Gnosis when we first took off, as it were, it was all in darkness. I'll show you it again, actually, if you haven't seen it. It's quite cool. All the lights are off. It's quite difficult to see anything. There are a lot of threats around, I've noticed now. There's a lot of them popping up. Lots of these unidentified signals, they seem to be appearing quite close to the ship. As you quite rightly said, it's next to the planet. Well, yeah, the only reason I used the Ed profiler to change the colour scheme is because on the Rift, the standard colours are crap. It makes everything fuzzy and horrible. So trying to find a colour that wasn't offensive, but wasn't green, because I don't like green, was a bit of a challenge. To get this strange salmon colour was the closest I could get to white, while keeping other parts of the HUD display in a useful colour. So that's why I did that. Look at all these commanders flying around. I would say hi, but I can't type and drive at the same time. I'm not very good at that. There's on the Canon group, there's a lot of people around actually, which is quite nice to see. So let's just fly back to the Nosis. As you can see, it's as if it's running in low power mode.
Comms established. Please approach the ship safely and watch out for larger vessels, Commander.
So yeah, doesn't appear to be any actual physical damage on the ship, which is a bit of a shame. I was expecting to see it in flames, given the severity of the actual damage that it supposedly has actually received. I'm not seeing any damage at all, apart from the fact it's not working, which is a little bit of a letdown. Which also suggests to me that the whole thing was a bit of a rush job by FDev. They didn't plan for this, I don't think. I have a high suspicion this was simply something they put in place to just like, oh, things aren't ready, let's try and get this done, and we'll just park the Gnosis up for a bit while we fix things. It might possibly be part of an ongoing storyline, but as I've mentioned earlier, Frontier do not have a particularly good track record with their ongoing storylines. Now I do know, because I spoke to somebody from Canon earlier this morning, that they did not know this was going to happen. They had absolutely no idea that FDev were going to literally pull the plug on the job. I do know that the Canon Council are not impressed, and in my own personal opinion, it's a little bit of a slap in the face to them, to be honest. I think that the amount of effort and work that Canon have put into this game and the mysteries surrounding the Guardians and the Thargoids over the last couple of years, which I've had the pleasure of being involved with back in the good old days, as it were, I think this is I don't think it's very fair, personally. I remember about a year and a half ago, I started a little thing called CFN, Canon Faction News, back in the good old days of when I was there, and we had a chat program, if you like a talk show that I hosted with a couple of Canon people. It was just a laugh. It wasn't like a deadly serious rehearsed thing. We were talking about the Thargoids, because they hadn't even the Thargoids at that point in time hadn't even started yet, and because of the nature of the story, which was dragging on a little bit, we decided that it would be a good idea to just, like, you know, do our own thing and move things on. And I think it's quite sad that a year and a half or so later, after that initial discussion, that everything that we discussed and hoped might come to pass didn't really happen. And I imagine that most of you have seen the tools and websites that Canon and other people as well, not part of Canon, but a lot of Canon people, if you like, Canon members, they've made these tools. Things like the Thargoid bases on the planets. I forget the commander's name now, and I really should remember the names. I'm terrible. He made a 3D map system where you could visualize where all the sites were, and you could enter them, and it was fantastic. It's 3D. You could rotate it, zoom in and out. You know, it was unnecessary in terms of the storyline, which I think is a travesty, because the amount of effort that Canon put into this, to do all the mapping, all the players who took part in this, and all the people, you know, giving this information, going to planets, taking forever to scan a planet just to find one of these Thargoid sites. To me, that is the travesty here. That the amount of effort put in by Canon and people. Don't forget, Canon is an open group. It's not a closed group of 20 people and then no one else can join. Anybody can go ahead and just do something and say they're doing it for Canon. It's one of the great things about the game. I see too many people on the forums slating Canon for having the Nosis megaship, saying, "Oh, it's favoritism. You know, oh, why should they have that? Well, we can't have it." And it's like, well, why don't you get involved in a group of thousands? Maybe then your group might get a megaship. In the meantime, shut up. You know, it annoys me. But yeah, this particular event, I think, is.
Cannot comply.
Oh, do shut up. This particular event is just. I don't know. I'm underwhelmed because I was looking. I haven't taken part in an event for Elite for months, purely because I've been playing this game for way too long, and I got a bit tired of waiting for something interesting to happen. And every time something happened, I thought was going to be good, it wasn't. I just think that Frontier have sadly lost their way a little bit of this. I'm not even going to say that if they do redeem themselves, if you like, by making this to be part of a massively long event. I don't think that's still a good thing. I think that they should at least have the what's the word I'm looking for, the decency to at least inform Cannon's liaison, if you like, because they do have a few people they talk to directly to organise this sort of thing. They should at least let them know, because I know the people involved, and I know they would not deliberately hold information back like this if they knew that this was going to happen. It goes against everything Cannon stand for, and I think people luckily haven't blamed them for this, which I think is a good thing. I think blaming Cannon for this would be a mistake. I've been assured that there's probably going to be some sort of an official statement by them, but they don't need to do it. They don't need to make a statement. It's nothing to do with them at the end of the day. You know, they've done nothing wrong. To get involved with Canon, the best thing to do is probably just go to their website, which... Ooh, what is their website? I haven't been there for a while myself, actually. I will find out. I think it's canon.info, but let me just have a look, because I really can't remember. Canon.science, naturally, of course it's canon.science. Just go to canon.science, and there's everything he needs there. There you go, just in case. Oh, ninjured. Yeah, people are going to blame Canon because they don't think a lot of people don't understand what Canon even is. A lot of people, I've been on the forums for years. I've been here since the beginning. I've been with Canon not long after they started up, if you like. I'm not very active there now because there's nothing to be active with, unfortunately. And that's nothing to do with them. But Canon have a hierarchy of people who are involved in everything. There's a small group of what they call the inner council who simply make they don't even make decisions. They don't make decisions. They don't tell people what to do. There's nothing like that at all. They have a few people who run the websites, because they have this website obviously. They have a couple of people who would be classed, if you like, as maybe spokespeople for the group, because it's easier to have a couple of people who can talk to like people like Frontier or go on like Lave Radio, that sort of thing, because then that's just the way it works. But there's a couple of moderators on the Discord channel who obviously try and keep things as peaceful as they can. But at the end of the day, it's a completely open group. Anybody can join. Anybody can contribute. I would say there's always something going on. I think right this very second, it's a bit limited because, well, there isn't anything going on. Yes, it's a bit slow, I'm afraid, the chat. The way that Canon work is that they are blamed for a lot of crap that they don't need, purely for jealousy purposes more than anything else. People don't understand that they are an open group and that anybody can do what they want, and when things happen that Canon have somehow being involved with, it's always the same thing about how they're favourites and how they getting all the mega ship thing was purely down to the fact that Cannon's contribution to the game as a public group, not as an individual person, but a public group, you know, they are the ones who've carried the stories forward. I'm not saying that there aren't people who haven't perhaps, you know, done things on their own, and they deserve as much recognition as Canon do. But generally speaking, these people tend to get involved in the what was once called the mega thread, which I miss. The Canon mega thread was fantastic back in the days of having less chat forum areas, which I don't like really. Anyway, but yes, the mega thread was fantastic, and you could see what was going on. Everybody got involved. I remember when the oh god that thing, guys, that damn spectrograph. Oh my word, I was obsessed with the spectrograph. I could see it in my sleep. I sat there looking at the spectrograph for hours. I looked at it. I saw patterns that weren't there. I saw things that I was absolutely convinced nobody else could see. I was special. Didn't take very long to realise that no, you're just a Fruit Loop, and you're doing things that everyone else does well. But that's fine. I even guys, I even have a mug. I specifically ordered a mug from one of those customized mug people you can put a picture on and get it printed off. I have a mug with that bloody spectrograph on it. I still drink coffee out of that mug. And do you know what? It reminds me of the good old days when there was something to actually do. There was something back in then. A lot of people don't understand, a lot of people don't care. That's absolutely fine. One of the things that I always used to like Elite Dangerous for was its diversity of role. You did not have to play trading. You do not have to do combat. You don't have to do the mysteries. You don't have to go exploring. But if you chose to do one of those things, when it was easier, when it was better, when there wasn't so many issues that we have right now, you know, when you took part in doing the mysteries, it was an achievement, guys. It was something that you wanted to do. You actually felt like you were. I mean, I remember when there was the. Now, what was it? Do you remember when we had what's now called the Thargoid sensors in the Thargoid? You had the Thargoid link. Remember when you had to take the link to you had to take it to a certain location. It would point the direction of where you had to go to find. I was doing that. I was really into that. That was something that I found fascinating. That is an example. In my opinion, of somebody in FDev who had a bloody good idea. I mean, that was clever. It wasn't simply a case of just take this to here and that's it. No, you had to work it out. I mean, this is how good this game should have been, right? And this is going to go on to a bit of a rant now, so I do apologise and I will try to keep it brief. However, I have to say that when they actually made the puzzle where you had to not only figure out what the key did, but what the numbers meant, how you even got the numbers. You had to listen to pulses. You had to listen to, I think it was the Thargoid probe. You had to listen to the pulses and figure out what they meant. I remember people were scratching their heads. They were sitting there crunching the numbers, and it was just pure, sheer genius brilliance from a number of people in the Discord channel for Canon at the time who cracked the code, and then they wrote a script, guys, to actually let people tap in the numbers themselves, and it would tell them where they needed to go, and it was absolutely superb. It was not easy. It was not the sort of thing that somebody could just go, oh yeah, you just press that button there and that's it, which is what a lot of games tend to be these days. This required proper teamwork. It was something. It was something that was. I don't do PvP. I hate PvP. I have no interest in PvP. I've never considered Elite Dangerous to be a PvP game. I've always considered it to be simply a online trading shoot 'em up exploration game that may involve a bit of PvP, you know. However, when it come to the mysteries, I was absolutely hooked. I love that sort of thing. I missed it when they had the Thargoid the canisters. I forget what they're called now. The first ones, the unknown artifacts. That's the one. When they had the unknown artifacts, and they shut down your ship for a second, and then they did that squiggly noisy thing. No, that was the spectrograph. No, before that, that's right. They had a pulse when you went near, and I wasn't around when that happened. I was, but I wasn't. I didn't know about the missions at the time, and I absolutely remember the sheer brilliance, not only of the developers at the time to make this as a puzzle, but for the people to actually crack the code and write an online script that showed what all the codes meant in graphical format to show the ship that it has scanned in ASCII. I mean, that is just absolutely amazing. Amazing. And that was where I thought the game was going. To me, that was what the game was about. That was what's going to happen. 2 years down the line, what the fuck's happened to the game? Eh? That is what is annoying me. As Michael has quite rightly said, it is just a pew pew fest now because that's what sells on consoles. I apologise to any console players in right now listening and watching this stream, and I am not particularly blaming you specifically, but ever since the decision to move on to consoles, the game has become more and more a pew 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 shoot 'em up game, and it's becoming beyond a joke. And I think that is what's happening with this. The culmination of all that hard work. I really shouldn't stay here because I didn't actually check and see if there's any Thargoids. I think I'm going to leave. Oh no, I'm not. It's mass locked. I honestly think that this whole exploration, the quarter 4 beyond, they're going to introduce new exploration stuff. Whoopie-doo. I've been wanting exploration tools and modules for the last 5 years, when people have been saying forever that is what the game needs. We do not need more lasers. We do not need more weapons. We do not really need more ships. What we need are things to do in the game we already have. We have a 400 billion stars planet system galaxy in the game. We have the potential to make the game fantastic. We have the groundwork, the framework to just do something good with this game, and it is completely wasted because all that the development's been for the last 2 years has been focused on shooting each other. Now I do not understand that. It's literally almost as if when Michael Brooks left, direction changed to, right, how can we sell more games on the PS4? Sorry, but that's the way I look at it, and I've said that in the forums, and I stick to that. I don't even think it's just literally about consoles. Consoles undoubtedly have held back some of the development because there's no way in hell that they could add anything more to the game engine. I don't think, without reaching the console's limits. However, I find it interesting the way that development's gone ever since the PS4 edition was announced. You could almost say that the Thargoid addition to the game, when it was new, when it was cool. I mean, come on, who did not have a little Wii when they were hyper addicted and they saw their very first Thargoid giving them a scan? If you hadn't watched it before and you didn't know it was going to happen, I imagine that a little bit of Wii dropped out of you and you were sat there and you were like, oh my god, this is just too cool. You know you did. I guarantee you that anybody who did that without watching the videos on YouTube and did, especially in VR, if you did it in VR, oh my god, I imagine it was tremendous. I've said this before and I will say it again and again. The guys at Frontier, the developers at Frontier who work in the audio and visual department are fucking geniuses. They are wasted in their current job. Wasted. The audio department alone is staggering. I could see these guys winning Emmys for their work. I mean, I remember seeing an early video. They did a presentation, I can't remember where it was, I can't remember who hosted it, but they did a presentation of how they produced ship sounds. And you don't even realise it until you watch this video, the amount of work and effort and love they put into making these sounds. It's astounding. Astounding! They have like layers of different sounds to make sure that the player is feeling the ship. When you push the thrust button, they actually decided how that should be. Amazing work. I mean, every time you land on a planet until you get bored of it, the acoustics, the sound effects, the way it makes you feel is when you go to one of the Thargoid bases for the first time and you've got oh my word, the sound, the atmosphere, tremendous. I mean, this game can capture atmosphere better than any other game I think I have ever played. Ever. And it pains me to see all of that effort wasted because there's nothing to do on these planets. I think I can't put my finger on exactly how this turned out, but it just seems to me that the people who make the decisions have decided that, well, there's more money in just letting people shoot each other and encouraging shooting, and while you're at it, buy some paint jobs, buy iridescent paint jobs because they're cool. If you can shoot each other while you're looking cool, then that's what's going to sell. That's going to make the money. So you do that. You buy more paint jobs. Buy a paint job. Shoot each other with green and red lasers. You've got to pay for them as well. You've got to pay for the green and red lasers. Flying with a green and red or blue engine, because that's cool too. With string lights, because everyone has to have string lights in their cockpit, because if you don't have string lights, you're not cool. And then that's what people want now. That is exactly what the suits who sit down in their little offices playing with their abacuses and their little, executive toys. These are sitting down and they're talking to each other and they're saying, well, we've done our research. We've looked at what people want, and this is what they want. They want to fly in an iridescent purple and blue spaceship, firing green lasers with red engines, while the bobblehead is bobbling on their ship with string lights and letters spelling out the name twat. And this is what they want. They want this. They're going to pay for this. It doesn't matter that there's no depth to the game. It doesn't matter that our storylines mean absolutely sod all. That is what people actually want. That's what's happened. And it's sad. Sad. Anyway, on a lighter note, I haven't died yet, and I haven't seen anything of interest. Let's go here, because I'm sure that everyone who's listened to this stream right now has been enthralled by what I had to say, and I can imagine they're going to listen to this again and again and again. Yeah. Just for the record, by the way, guys, I wouldn't be talking like that if there was something happening. I do apologise for my dogs. They're not Thargoids. Right, you lot. My dogs are actually more exciting than the Thargoids right now. That's not good, is it? Anyway. I'm not actually looking at the forums right now. I haven't looked at them since I started streaming because, you know, don't do that. I don't like the look of this. This is empty. Empty space. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, now I could have sworn it said that I was in the right place to do a drop, but apparently I wasn't. But yes, I haven't been looking at the forum. I haven't been looking at the forum, so I don't suppose anybody has seen anything from our esteemed leaders there by any chance. FDev, Zach, for example, has he come along and said, oh, do you know what, guys, we're really sorry about this. We didn't know this was going to be a problem, and we wanted to let you know as soon as we could that it's just a technical glitch, and we're going to be on there soon. You're going to be able to fly to this new place, and the no, it's not going to happen, is it? I'm being a bit I'm just that's wishful thinking, that is, isn't it? Wishful thinking. Yeah, let's not do that. Instead, I'm going to go and fly to another non-human signal source, Threat 8, where the last two I've been to have had no threat at all. I just thought I'd mention that. Well, Termite, the forums are always full of salt, and to be fair, it's probably quite well deserved at the moment. Do you know, I was reading, I was here when the news broke, breaking news, and I after the initial, "Are you kidding me?" I was obviously getting involved in the conversation. Do you know what? The amount of people that I've seen on there who I would have quite happily have classed as the white knights of the forums, the amount of people who have actually said, actually, no, this is shit. This is not right. You know, I am staggered. I mean, I think it's great. I actually think this is a turning point. I don't know if it's optimism or it's just naivety, and there's no Thargoid ships here again. I don't think these Thargoids like me, guys. I think they have a problem with me. I have a suspicion that they don't want to come near me because I've got green. Is it green? I don't know what colour lasers I've got now. I think I've got green lasers. That's not good. So I've got a green engine. See, I've got a green engine. I paid money for that. I paid £1. I don't know. I paid £1 when I thought it was going to be worth doing, but I'm going to capture this probe, not crash into it this time. But yes, yeah, the amount of people who have actually come across and said, look, actually, this isn't right. I'm stunned. Because while I don't usually agree with a lot of these people, because they would normally defend Frontier if they stabbed a small child in the face with a penknife, why this particular event has caused such outrage, I don't know. I imagine it's not particularly good timing. I mean, for example, we've all heard the wonderful news we got from Zach with that massive, huge, long community update, which basically said, we're doing something really cool. We're not going to tell you what this really cool thing is because we can't. Oh, and by the way, we're also going to not be doing the carriers or any of the icy planets we promised because we don't know why we're not doing it. I can't really tell you because if I told you, then I'd have to kill you, and we can't do that. So basically what we're doing, we're telling you we're going to do something really good next year, but we don't know what it. We can't tell you what it is because we probably don't know ourselves. I've just been told to say this by somebody who wears a suit, and because of that, yeah, enjoy. We'll see you next year when we have more or nothing to tell you. That wasn't a good thing. I mean, it doesn't matter how many people try to justify what they said. That wasn't a good thing. You know, if you're gonna tell people something, tell them something useful. You know, there's a lot of speculation that it's space legs, or it could be atmospheric landings, planet. Atmospheric. No, it's not. You know, it's going to be something along the lines of, yeah, well, we've listened to the community, and what we're going to do, what we're going to do is we're going to make it so you can design your own paint jobs, folks. You can design your own paint jobs for only £4 a shot. That's what they're going to do. They're going to make it so it's a groundbreaking thing that you can create your own paint jobs, and then you can sell them. That's what they're going to do. They're going to make it so you can sell them. But of course, you can sell them, but Frontier needs to take a cut of that, obviously, because you know that's the way it works. I'm probably talking absolute shite here, but I don't know. I just find the whole idea of telling people something's going to happen, but we're not going to tell you what it is, because if we did that, then, well, the world might actually end. I don't know. But I think that, coupled with just the way things have been over the last few months, and then this as well, you know, it's a cumulative effect, and I think people are definitely starting to get a bit fed up of it. I've seen in the forums that people are saying that, you know, it's a bit of a coincidence they brought out these rather nice looking iridescent paint jobs just as there was going to be a big event. And I saw just literally, I think it was yesterday, that Frontier did a Twitter post with a bunch of ships in a circle with all the different paint jobs. I hasten to add, loads of paint jobs, all looking colourful. Oh, we're going to do this big jump tomorrow, guys. You need to be there because you know this is what you need to do. You know, and it was like a subliminal message saying, buy paint jobs, buy paint jobs. Go on, you know you want to buy a paint job. That's what it felt like to me. I'm not saying it was, but that's what it felt like to me.
We've got you on our scanners, Commander. Please comply with flight regulations as you approach this vessel.
Yeah. Hang on, let me just do that. So there we go.
Access granted. Please dock at your designated landing pad, Commander.
I've got nothing against the commander who did that, of course. Well, they didn't know what they were doing. They just thought it was cool. But I just find it a little bit suspicious. I'm not saying I'm right, because you know I have no evidence. I'm just going by the way that things seem to be. To be honest, controversial, but you know, whatever. I get the impression that the suits have looked
Landing gear deployed.
at Star Citizen, and they thought, you know what, that's a damn good idea. That let's just concentrate on selling shit. We don't actually need to make anything for the game anymore. Let's just sell shit, and then we'll just say stuff that isn't real, and we'll start working on doing things that aren't real. You know, and Panther Clipper. Yeah, let's sell the Panther Clipper, but let's just not actually make it. That'll be the next thing. I feel sorry for David Braben. I don't think he is entirely to blame. I imagine the guy still has his visions, but I imagine that the suits who hold the purse strings have been saying to him that, David, I know you like space and all that, but you know, there comes a time where you really have to sort of like give it up. You know, dinosaurs are the big thing now.
Contact. Clear to disembark. Welcome, Cannoneer.
Yeah, you know, dinosaurs are where it's at. That's where we need to be now. So I saw Zach say, I think it was Zach, that there's 100 people, over 100 people working on the league. I'd like to know what they're doing. To be honest, you know, what's this about? I see. All is good. There. That should stop my ship from melting, which is always a good thing. Well, anyway, I've had a lot of a rant, and I probably should just stop doing that now. I'm open to suggestions if there's anything I should be doing. Don't forget, Michael. Zach is, from what I understand, he's just a community manager. He's the PR. He's the PR guy. He's told what to say. He doesn't really have much of a say in what actually happens. He's just been like, look, Zach, we need to just do some control here. Can you just say some shit? Just type something good out, and that'll do. That'll keep him quiet for now. That's what I think it is. I think the difference between, in fact, to be honest, I would say it doesn't matter who sat in that seat. They would be saying exactly the same. Even if Brooks was still there, I'm pretty certain he'd still be saying the same crap because he's told to. That's what he's paid to do. I mean, Michael Brooks was a very, very good community guy, especially within the mysteries in the mega thread. He always popped in and occasionally gave us a very, 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 very vague clue as to where things were going. However, it was enough to make you think, yeah, they still give a shit. And I think that's what's lacking right now, is that the feeling is in the forums that no one cares. I can't remember who replaced Michael Brooks originally. Hello, Dave. We found absolutely nothing. All we know is, as you can see by my screen, the Gnosis is currently disabled. We can't do anything about it because the bulletin board is down, so we can't get any missions to fix it. There's no indication of what's happened. There's no indication of what we can do about it, unless, of course, you read the Galnet news article that was leaked at 2 o'clock this morning, which suggests that we've been attacked by Thargoids just now. I think you're right, actually, yeah. I think Brooks was lead, wasn't he? So he actually popped his head in, and actually, as lead, well, there you go. He was the lead. He popped his head in to give us a heads up of what was going on. When he left, there was definitely a void when he left. There's no question things weren't the same. I think people missed the fact that he actually made out that he cared about the game and what was going on. Whenever there was an issue, he kind of tended to own it. I remember that a few times. Yeah, there's absolutely no way on this planet I am flying 750 light years to go and look at a mission board to come back 750 light years to fix the bloody thing. Not gonna happen. Which is why I think from FDev have again made an absolute up. I need one of his bells. That's what I need. One of those bells. Mac. I should ask Mac for a bell. That's what I should do. I'm sure he's got some spare after he destroys most of the time. But well, yeah, it's quite anger-inducing. Is it still permit locked? Don't know actually. I'm going to have a look now. I don't actually remember in which direction we were going. It's the cone sections, wasn't it? I'll just type in that for now. Oh, well, there you go. Trevor's done it for us anyway.
Frame shift anomaly detected.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello. What's that? Oh, okay. I think I need to see what that's about. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard that.
Energy surge detected.
Okay, I think we're actually under attack. We are actually under attack. We are. Oh, this. Oh, there we go. Well, this is a first. Oh, okay. This isn't good.
Ship released. Restrict speed until clear of Nosis control.
Yeah, I think this is a problem. Okay. I have a suspicion I'm about to be exploded. Yeah. Well, that was fun. Yeah. My ship was destroyed by unknown. That is a lot of money. Haha. Ah. Oh, I did have it in my cargo, but I haven't anymore. Well, that is the first time I think that has ever happened.
Frameshift anomaly detected.
See, now I have a bit of a problem here because I do not have an anti-Thargoid thingy device. Yeah, well, I wanted to go and see what was going on, Dave, but unfortunately I didn't realise I was going to be attacked by what looks like two Medusa ships.
Energy surge detected. Unknown source malfunction.
Oh, okay, my ship has actually been disabled inside the Gnosis. Well, do you know what? Do you know what? I might have to slightly retract some of what I said. Now, I'm not sure what to think about this. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting this at all. I don't believe, unless someone can correct me, that any space station has ever been attacked. Ever. This is a first. This has never happened before. And the music has changed. Oh, that's my music. What am I talking about? I shall pause the background music and I shall put the game music on because I turned it off because it's usually quite, you know. Let's have a look. Just in case there's something cool going on. Oh, okay. Yes, Dave. That's a good point. I don't know. Now, you see, I'm not sure what to do now. Oh, hello. I can't actually do anything. I can't press anything. This is not good. My menus are locked out, and I don't think that's got anything to do with Oh, this isn't good. I can't. Ah, my game's crashed. See, now I'm in a bit of a quandary because I have to quit now, which is obviously a bug, and I hope I don't spawn anywhere unusual. That's the wrong option. Haha. So let's go back into the game. I'll go back. I'll stick in the cannon group just for the time being. I was going to have a look at the open group, but I have a suspicion that might be a bit chaotic. Okay, so I'm in the Nosis at the moment.
Frameshift anomaly detected.
Yeah, that's not good. Well, I'm not really sure what to say about all this.
Energy surge detected.
Yeah, I've been thingied in the ship again. I thought Sandro was already involved in the. I thought it was already project lead. Maybe I remember things wrong. Right, okay, guys. What shall I do? Tell me what I should do. Do you want me to go out and try and get involved in the combat, or should I just stay here and just see what happens? Because I do not have an anti-Thargoid freeze ray module, so I am very, 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 very vulnerable, and I got a couple of AX cannons, and that's about it, which might scratch their paintwork a little bit. But there may be a lot of people out there who I could help. I don't know. I have unfortunately found a bug. There is a massive bug, and this is one of the reasons why I hate when Frontier do this, because we all know this is not the first time this has happened. Currently, every single time I am disabled while I'm in or docked in the Gnosis, once I'm back again, I have no menu controls. I can't do anything. There's nothing's highlighted. I can't press any controls. Nothing's working. I can't press 1, 2, 3 or 4. Everything's dead. Can't press the map. So the only thing I can do is to quit. But if I quit and log back in again, as soon as I log back in again, I get this again. And if I try and take off, they're going to immediately shoot me. So I think this is a major bug, which is a real shame, because now, even if I wanted to get involved in the action, I can't. So I'm not really sure what to do here. I shall try and quit one more time. This is a real pain. I'm really disappointed, actually. For a second, just for a second, I was getting quite interested. I was actually thinking this, maybe I've got this all wrong. Well, exactly. They never tested it because they didn't think that this would be a problem. But I imagine that it's got something to do with the way the system works.
Frame shift anomaly detected.
If you try and take, I almost guarantee you that I'm going to get frazzled. This is another 10 million I'm going to lose in about half a second. What I'll do is I'll just, oh, I don't like that sound. I'll try and move very quickly.
Under attack.
Oh,
Taking
crap.
damage.
Yeah.
Restrict speed until clear of Nosis control.
Oh, that's no good. Oh, right. Not a good thing at all. I'm half tempted to write a bug report and get some of this money back. I mean, look at that firepower. What the hell is that about? What is that? Damn, that's huge. I've obviously not been up against a Medusa before, whatever that ship is, but my god, that is a lot of money. That's a lot of firepower. That is a lot of firepower. Holy crap. Oh, that's another 14 million down the drain. Wow. Do you know what, Jinx? I don't even think that drifting will make a difference. That is fucked up. Look at that firepower. That's astonishing. Astonishing. Anybody? If you're in a Sidewinder, what the hell are you doing there? Oh my word! I thought, do you know, right? Alright, guys. I thought to myself, well, the news article from Galnet that said that, you know, this could be a problem. Oh, hello. What's this? I have discovered a new astronaut. Have we moved? That's no, no. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't know what to do. This has gone from boring and lame to holy crap, this could be really cool to oh for fuck's sake it's broken. This is really frustrating. This is the sort of thing that you wouldn't well we do expect, don't we? Well, to be fair, Dave, right, the whole point of me being here was to see what's going to happen. The trouble I have with this is that I'm not going to claim my free Sidewinder and sod off back to the bubble, because then I'm going to... no, that's not right. It makes sense to respawn on the Gnosis, because obviously it is in essence a floating space station. There's no... the mechanics are built for a space station. There's no question, and you can usually, if you dock at a station that hasn't got a shipyard, you can still respawn there anyway. So that's nothing new. But I thought, no, I'll bring my Corvette. I'll bring my vet, because just on the off chance that something important might happen, you know. But I didn't expect to be reduced to smithereens by a fuckload of Thargons and a wall of plasma, or whatever the hell they're firing at me. That's insane. I mean, yes, okay. I'm going to be berated for anybody who watches this. I'm looking. If anyone bothers to leave comments, I'm going to be berated to hell. Why do you not have an anti-Thargoid freeze ray module and that? And I didn't think about that. That's my own stupidity, because I didn't expect that this was going to be a thing. Let's be honest, alright? Ever since the Thargoids have come on the scene 8 months ago, wherever it's been now, there has not been a single instance of them just jumping into your system, where jumping into your instance wherever you are. That has never happened. And B, you've never ever been attacked on a space station. This is very, very exciting, but also ridiculously overpowered. I mean, come on. Can you imagine if you play this in solo? You're there on your own, on the Nosis. You think, wait, I'm going to go now and look around and see what's happening. You get out and you think, oh, okay, I'm being attacked by 3 Medusas. I may die here. See, that's just not clever. No, don't like that. Well, Dave, you have to keep in mind something, alright? We did not know that this was going to be a space fight. That wasn't what was expected. What was expected is that the game mechanics weren't going to change. We're still going to have to go to USS's. That was expected. What wasn't expected is that they were going to take you out on the flight deck. Now, don't get me wrong, by the way. Please do not misunderstand me. The very fact that Frontier have stepped up and actually introduced this into the game is a staggeringly good thing. Absolutely, no question, hands down, one of the best decisions they've ever made. All of a sudden, as Michael has quite rightly said, winter has come. Winter is finally here. We are fucked, boys and girls. We are screwed. Because if they can do it on the Nosis, they can do it at any space station now. And I think that is a massive change in the gameplay. All of a sudden, Thargoids are relevant. All of a sudden, you're going to think, oh, for fuck's sake, that's not a good thing. And the forums have been crying out for this for months. Ever since space stations were made to be, destroyed or crippled. And let's be honest, it was cool. You could fly through the space station, picking up the whatever. My dog's being a Thargoid again. That's all cool. That's brilliant. That was amazing. But there was no Thargoids, so there wasn't actually any danger. Now, can you imagine doing that again? Doing exactly the same thing, all right? Just give me 2 seconds. I have a letter, a parcel. Just one moment. One good thing about my dog, he makes an excellent doorbell. That was my Open University course information. Very cool. Anyway, back to Thargoids. The idea of, yeah, like I said, so they're in the stations. There's no danger. Can you possibly imagine, right? Can you possibly imagine if you could do exactly the same thing in the space stations, but have some scouts flying after you as well? Scouts chasing you inside the station, trying to. How freaking cool would that have been? You'd be like, oh my god, I've got to get in there. I've got to get these. I've got to get these pods. And oh crap, I'm gonna get. Oh god, there's a Thargoid chasing me. That would be fantastic. But no, what they've done here is they've just gone full death on you. You know, this is like you're just gonna die. Congratulations, you boarded the Gnosis. You're making a jump into the unknown. Actually, what we're going to do is we're just going to take the Gnosis down and we're going to blow the crap out of you. Now, I wonder if this could even be the beginning of the end of the Gnosis. Could Frontier, could they actually be so bold as to destroy the Gnosis? Now, I know that some people on the forums would love that just because they don't like canon, whatever. But can you imagine? Oh, it's like the good old days of when you played something like Freelancer, not Freelancer, Free Space, or Wing Commander, when you had to defend your carrier, and if you didn't defend your carrier, you were screwed. You know, actually it was game over. But can you imagine in this case that the Gnosis is, for all intents and purposes, a carrier, and we're in the middle of nowhere, and the Thargoids destroy the carrier. Oh my god. That would be, I'll be honest, that would be epic. Epic. Oh. Anyway. There's still 26 of you brave souls watching, so I think you deserve some more death. I'm sure this is a bad idea, however, I'm going to see what we can do. I've got 2 AX cannons now, surely I stand a chance. Right, let's have a look. I'll tell you what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and leave immediately.
Landing gear retracted. Taking damage.
Dear God, do you know, as soon as I leave, I'm already under attack. That looks like a scout. I think that's a scout as well as, my word, a scout as well. They're like launched a cavalry at us. That's impressive. Right, there we go, we're off, we're out, we're done, we're good. Look at that, we've escaped. Fantastic. Wow. Alright then guys, now I'm not actually sure what to do now. I'm quite yeah, I'm quite tempted to go back now and just see if I can look at the look at the non-human signal sources. I've literally just jumped, and look at that. Wow. Yeah, you think? I haven't got any more. I don't think. No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop back in. I'm going to have a look and see what's going on. I should be able to keep out of the way unless they're waiting for you at the drop-off point, which would be. Oh yeah, shit! Don't say that. Oh no! Can you imagine that? I mean, that'd be really cool as well. If you could get super cruise. See the thing about getting excited is this is new. This is absolutely new. This has never happened before. No, Michael, I got destroyed twice. Remember, once was enough, but they made absolutely certain I didn't have that probe anymore. So dead, lost it, done. No, this is something that's never happened before in the history of this game. That the Thargoids have actually attacked you at a base. That's never happened, unless even when you had the people dragging a Thargoid in the vicinity of a space station, they still never attacked you as on the base. That never happened. They always just tried to, they always just try to attack you outside. This is the first time they've directly attacked you, regardless of where you are. Now, I don't know if that's the game mechanics again. I don't know if the Gnosis as an entity, as a point of interest, doesn't actually exist as much. I don't know. But the fact that they're dropping in at the Gnosis specific location, that's new. That's never happened before, ever. It's always been a case of, why is there a triangle? How is the cone of shame? That's quite cool. Yeah, that's never happened before. Well, the pads are on the outside, yes, but when you're inside, you're inside. It works in the same way as any other station or landing platform. Once you're in the hangar, you're in the hangar. Don't get me wrong. Again, I love the idea that you're actually able to be attacked. I think that's fantastic. No, I'm not going to drop into that. I don't know what I'm going to find there. Then we can go back to the Nosis. That's what I was going to do, isn't it? Well, thank you, Michael. I wasn't sure what that was. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Right, here we go.
Frame shift anomaly detected.
Crap. The moment you drop into out of hyperspace, out of super cruise.
This is Cannon Flight Control.
Let's have a look.
Please note that access to our scientific facilities is by authorization only.
3 Thargoid vessels. Let's see if I can get a scan before they wake me out. What's that? Where's my target? There it is. I couldn't see my target. It was too many dots. What is that? What are they? What? Right.
Warning, shield breach attack.
Oh crap.
Taking damage. Under attack.
Yeah, not good. That music is absolutely amazing. Oh crap. How many Thargoids are there now? Oh Jesus, there's 5. No, 6. There are 6 now. Oh well, let's see what we can do, shall we? Why have I got no weaponry? Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay. All my weapons are turned offline. Why is that? What's happened there? Oh, that's. I have no idea. I quite like weapons. Oh, I need that, don't I? I thought I'd have done this. Oh, right, 88% usage. Right.
Frame shift anomaly detected.
Oh, I don't have any crew. Oh, no, that's not good. Why do I have no crew? Ah, crap. Yeah, I'm not sure this is such a good idea. Oh, they've all gone. Wow. What happened? Okay, so am I too far away or what? Well. Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah. I think that's a bit of an issue because I got a
Energy surge detected.
what? Where? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's just awful. See, part of me just wants to stay here because nah, death, and destruction coming. I'm not sure this is a good idea. Oh, that's just looking mean. What? No, they're not. See. I'd like to get a oh, that's just an interceptor. Alright, that's cool. Alright, let's go and have a look. Oh, it's buggered off. Wow. There's a scout. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about the whole fine thing. I think that's a bit of an issue. I should warn you, I'm not actually a combat expert, so this is probably not going to go well. But hey, we'll give it a go, won't we? I think it's quite oh crap. Where'd it go? Ah, see, flying through it's just not really the right thing to do, is it? Oh dear. I think it's quite sad when nothing's actually touching it. Oh, it's down to 15%. Don't know who's done that. It wasn't me. Oh, it's actually going to die, look. I doubt I got any credit for that. Oh, crap. Oh, right, yeah. I think we should land. I don't think I've got an anti-debris, have I? No. Ah, fun.
Access granted. Go directly to your landing pad, Commander.
I'm actually astounded there's a landing pad free. Oh, well that's handy. So what you're saying is if I didn't land now and I got exploded again because I got a fine, I would be actually chucked over to the other side of the galaxy now. That is unbelievable. I would do the whole overheating thing, but you know what? I think I'll just land. It's a little bit easier. Big old beast of a ship. I just forget how big this is. Land, land, land. Come on. I hate when it does this. So there's actual stations being attacked now. Ah, crap. Why isn't it landing? Oh, that's not welcome news. Oh, crap. Now, maybe I can land this time. Oop. So we'll turn around then. Been a while since I played this without actually having a docking computer. It's not like I can't do it, but you just forget how heavy this damn ship is sometimes. Yeah, well, I'm all for land. Ah, why is it not landing? There we go. Oh.
Contact. Ground crew are on the way. Report to the main hub for more information, Commander.
Why does it say 1 billion credits to repair my ship? Has anyone got any idea? Why can't I repair it? What's that about? Oh, yeah, okay, I forgot about that. Still, 316,000 credits. So, I'm, yeah. Is it? What are they saying, Michael? I bet they're saying everything's under control. Okay, so I'm going to get out of here so other people can land, because that's just the right thing to do. And then I'm going to get out of the way, and because I don't think this ship is really suited for this sort of combat. Yeah, I forgot about the whole numbers thing. That confused me for just a second. Right,
Separation confirmed.
let's
Departure
go.
authorized.
I absolutely love the music. The music is absolutely awesome. I mean, that's just amazing. The atmosphere. I mean, I tell you what, I wish I was doing right now. I wish I was playing this with my Rift. I think if I could play this in virtual reality, that would be staggering.
All clear. Good luck and fly safe, Commander. 07.
This would be tremendous in VR. There you go. I'm gonna just. I am definitely in no help to anybody here, so I think I'll just bugger off a bit. I'd say that's pretty safe, isn't it? About 13 kilometers away. Yeah, that'd be safe. So no, I'm not gonna go into the VR because then it's not as much fun to watch, and plus I can't type and I can't see what you lot are saying. So no, be fine. I can forgo the pleasure of being destroyed in VR for now. Yeah, so I'm not really sure how to take this now. I mean, one part of me definitely says this is very, 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 very good. There's no question this is very good. The only bad thing I would say is, like I think, as we mentioned before, is because the Galnet article was released too early. I would say that caused a lot of problems. I'm still not entirely convinced that this causing the Gnosis to misjump after one star system jump, it was the right move, and have such a massive attack without testing for bugs, etc. I mean, the fact that you can get a fine while defending the Gnosis is just stupid. That needs to be fixed with a patch. That has got to be fixed immediately. No question. It has to be. That has to be done, because if it's true that if you get a fine and then you get destroyed and then you're sent back to some detention centre, it doesn't matter how far away it is. That is a ludicrous mistake. And even though I have softened a little teeny bit towards Frontier for their efforts in making this, interesting, I still say that it's a bit half baked because there's too many problems. I mean, while it's quite cool to be frozen while still docked to the Gnosis, I still think that should be the fact that you can't use your controls after you've come back. That's an obvious bug, and that needs to be sorted out. There's no question. Little things like that. And these sort of things are what should have been tested, but of course they won't, because they don't test them. There's no one to test it. But yes, without the Galnet leak, that would have been pretty exciting. I would have actually peed my pants a little bit there, a little bit, not too much, but I think a little bit of wee may have come out. It's dangerous. It's hard. It makes sense to be in a group of people. There's no question. This is a group thing. I don't really fancy going into open, being what open's like. I can imagine that certain groups would love this. They'd be like ganking the fuck out of everyone, and that's just not fun to me. So I think I'd stay in somewhere like Mobius, or you know. But it does make me wonder then, if they did not share this with Canon, which they didn't, and I know they didn't. I have first-hand knowledge of that. Then that means that this is a full-on event. And if this is an event, then it's the first time in history that it's been an event that has been completely unexpected and with danger. This is proper danger. This is like, holy crap! I wish I'd left home with a proper ship type of danger. Everyone, I would say a large majority of people who joined this expedition expected it to be more of an exploration thing, which if you look back at the clues that are given on Galnet, well, you know, it was fairly obvious that there was something going to happen. You know, and if this is the first step to that, then you know that's not so bad. I think unfortunately that we all know what's going to happen here is that this I don't know how long this battle is going to go on for. In fact, I don't even think it's going to stop. I think what's going to happen is this is going to continue for the next week, and I think that there's going to be a CG, and I think the CG is going to be what was already mentioned in the Galnet, in that we have to fix the FSD for the Gnosis so we can jump away from here before we get destroyed. Now, I hate CGs. I think they're an absolute travesty of a game mechanic. I think that the way that they're done is hideous. I honestly can't understand how people can defend the way that works, and for every single interaction in the game is always a CG. However, given that we're so far away from anything, and given that it's only meta alloys that are supposed to be able to fix this sort of stuff, where the hell are we going to find these meta alloys? Which suggests, as I believe somebody has mentioned it already. Oh, are they? Interesting. Gnosis is already showing repairs complete in Galnet. But it's not. Uh, uh, is there anybody I haven't asked yet? Is there anybody in game right now who has docked just now and is showing the Gnosis is in full working order? Because I'm pretty sure it's not. Are the repair drones targetable by the Thargoids, perhaps? I haven't seen that. Hmm. Interesting. So it's quite a short-lived thing then. Well, you see, that's why I had my suspicions that this was a very quick temporary event that wasn't planned. At the moment, in my particular instance, I'm not going to interrupt them because there's a bit of a battle going on, and I don't want to ask them unimportant questions. I'm not getting involved in the fight because, well, I've got weapons that are like blowing like a pea shooter at them. I am no help to anybody, so I'm just going to sit back and keep out the way. I haven't looked at the forums just yet. So what you're saying is that well, you see, at the moment, this is not a typical station situation because, like I said before, we've never ever had a Thargoid attack on a station like this. This has never happened before. I don't think they are actually attacking the Gnosis directly. I mean, I think that would be a bit beyond the ability of the coding right now. I'm pretty certain the engine could not handle that. I'm not. I do. Yeah. You see, even now, there's too much of a confusion about what's actually happening. Clearly, the Thargoids are attacking us. We need to destroy them, or we have to at least keep them at bay. That makes perfect sense. But if this is really down for seven more days, 7 days, that's a lot of time to not have a CG or anything like that. and the only way you can tend to repair a station is obviously by bringing meta alloys to it. So I think what I might do is I might have a look at my fighter, see if my fighter can have a laugh. Oh, mind you, the trouble can I? Yeah, I can tell my ship stay still, can't I? Do not want it to follow me because that would just be suicide. What? What? Oh, it is staying there. Yeah, I know, Dave. I know that's part of my bit of a rant, if you like. We made the Gnosis made one single star system jump. That was it. It would. I would like to have seen. I would like to have seen the jump happen at least halfway. That would have made a lot more sense to me. But doing it just one system over from where we started smells of giving people a chance to come and help out and join in. That's what I think, anyway. Looks like there's a bug on this, apparently. Oop, wrong one. There's not... Yeah, there's actually no one attacking us right now. Apart from that one Thargoid vessel, which apparently is not doing anything. I suspect shooting it isn't going to make a difference. Oh. As soon as I say that, it gets blown up. Fine. So they can actually clip through the station and kill you. Well, that's no good. That's not right, is it? That's no fun. I'll tell you what. I'm actually quite impressed with the number of ships that I've got on screen right now, without any. From what I can see, there's no network issues. I think that's quite impressive. Normally, with this sort of thing going on, the game would grind to a halt and be like, "Oh my god, I can't take any more. Please go. Please all just go away now." But that doesn't seem to be happening. I haven't talked so much on any sort of stream for, well, years. I think I've been doing this for like what, 2 hours now, hour and a half. I've got a bit of a dry throat now. Well, at the moment, guys, I'm looking at this list here. I'm looking at the list of contacts, and there's no enemy contact right now. Whether or not that means that we're done for the time being, I honestly don't know. Don't know. And is it my imagination, or has the Gnosis woken up? All the lights are on. Unless I'm misremembering, the lights weren't on the Gnosis, were they? When we this all started off. I'm actually on the wrong side, of course, which it could be. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing it. Please remember, I haven't had any sleep for nearly 24 hours, so just be nice. Yeah, that looks like it was before. I don't suppose anyone else knows right now if there's any more enemy ships flying around. Because at the moment, I'm not seeing any. Oh, hang on, I've got one here. Apparently, yeah, they are still around. Oh yeah, they're all coming back again now. Lovely. Not quite sure what I'm shooting at. Um. Oh, now I'm being attacked. Naturally. Okay, so there's no ship. There's actually no ship there. No, nothing. No ship at all. That must be a bit of a bug, I would imagine. Lovely. Is there a ship here? Right. Well, I'm not sure if this is a bug on my end or not, or because I'm not seeing anyone else doing it either. But nobody. There's no ships. The only, you got the rings of Thargoids, but there's no actual ships to go with them. So there's nothing to destroy. And they're not moving. Hmm. The bugs are indeed buggy. Oh, lovely. Phasing Thargoids. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I think that's a little bit too a bit out there. Yeah, the cone sector jump is not going to happen today. There's just no way. I still maintain that even though it's very cool and it's impressive, I'm still fairly convinced this is a a quick fix. This is something that they've introduced because they can't make the jump because something's not right. That's what I reckon anyway. which is a shame. My ship's being attacked by something. Oh, hello, we have an actual ship. Crap. I don't like this. Mind you, I am winning, which is makes a change, I suppose. Ah, don't you shoot at me now. I'm not having that. I'll reload you, bastard. Oh, goodbye. Haha! Well, I don't think that's looking too good. Time for me to leave. Well, I have at least destroyed one ship, so I have done my part now. See. Hi. To be honest, I'm not looking forward to going on the forums again now, because I'm going to be blasted for saying, "I see you were wrong. You were wrong. You were wrong. Everything's fun. Everyone's dying, and no one's actually." Yeah. Oh crap.
Access denied.
No, 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 no. Let me on the ship.
Clearance denied.
That's not good. Everyone's nicking all the docking ports.
Landing permission denied.
I do not want to die.
Access denied.
See, what I don't want to do is I don't want to just jump into solo.
Landing permission denied.
I am trying to not swear. I'm not doing a great job of it, but I am trying.
Clearance denied.
Oh, God's sake. Well, I could really do if someone wasn't blocking the pads.
Sorry, Commander. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Cool. Oh crap, there's a Thargoid ship coming.
Landing permission denied.
I think I might have to go into solo for a bit.
Access denied.
Oh dear. Well, I'm not really sure what to make of all this.
Landing permission denied.
So part of me would like to say this has been quite successful, and of course
Landing permission denied.
some of the implementation of the way that this has been carried out. I don't know. It just seems so rushed. Everything. That's the word I'm looking for. Rushed. I think if it wasn't so rushed, if it felt like this was an event that worked properly and gave people a reasonably fair chance, I think as well. I'm all for danger and things going wrong and oh my god we're all going to die, but I think that the sheer amount of bad guys, if you like, at the moment who just swarm the ship just then,
Access denied.
that just seemed a little bit over the top, perhaps. Not that I'm bitter about losing 20 million credits, of course. That's nothing to do with it. 20 million credits. 20 million. 20 million. 20 million! Anyway. So, 20 million credits that weren't my fault in any way, I should hasten to add. Not bitter. Not bitter. No. So, anyway, hopefully... Well, you say that... Oh, God, that's me being shot at. That's...
Sorry, Commander.
No, we don't... No kidding. No kidding me. They're bad things. No dying. And no one nick my padding pad, because I need that.
Access denied.
No.
Clearance denied.
Ah, you little swines.
Clearance granted, Commander.
Oh, bugger me.
Your designated pad.
Who's that? Is that see? Look at that Thargoid there. Look. Oh, see, look. That's just teasing me. That is. I'm actually going to land while I'm under fire. When was the last time you could do that in this game? Ever? Whew. Fun stuff. And I'm still being shot at.
Ship is on the deck. Clamps engaged. Greetings,
Oh, that was exciting. See that? That's good gameplay. That's good gameplay. That's fun. That is. That's what you call fun. Nerve-wracking. Oh. There you go. I've paid my dues now. Well, I'm going to leave it there because I don't think I can really achieve much more playing the game as it is. I'm of absolutely no use to anyone right now. I'm just getting in the way and taking up a pad, which is it's not right. So we'll close the stream for now. Thank you all very much for staying around and listening to my thoughts and watching me get blown up and lose 20 million credits. Did I say 20 million? 20 million credits. Oh, I died twice. 20 million. It's a lot of credits. Yeah, don't bother subscribing because I don't do these sort of things very often, and don't think about sending me any money because that's just stupid. And why would you? And I will see you all on the forums. And thank you very much, and have a good afternoon.